And welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm very excited to be here tonight, you guys. I just lit the dumpster out back to get the shit show started.
Yeah.
Good way to go. Good way to start.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you guys are joining us. Has it already been a week?
Yes,
It doesn't feel like it.
It has.
Oh, okay. Well, to you it does, but not to me. But we're here tonight
That's right.
hanging out. We got a special guest in studio. We got a couple shout outs that we want to get through here really quick. And then we will introduce, if you guys were checking out our Facebook, you see we had a little bit of an intro of who we have on the show tonight. So I'm really glad that you guys are hanging out. Hopefully we got people hanging out on Twitch. We need some bump ups over there to get our, what do we call them, rewards or whatever. Achievements. So we get our gold stars. I hope you guys are hanging out over there. We're really glad that you guys are.
That shit's going on the refrigerator. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, hold on a second. I got to pull up.
What are
is
we doing?
going on here? Okay. I can't get into my YouTube just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple shout outs really quick.
What's going on with you?
Because I've got this up for, Halloween's Gone to the Dogs event over at 150 Bancroft Street, Emily City in Michigan. So you guys that are listening from solidstateradio.net right now, you guys will be able to go. It's closer to you.
Yeah.
So if you guys can make it out over there, I'm going to read a little bit about what's happening. Hometown Handmade is a new store that just opened up over there in Emily
Shameless
City.
plug.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They were generous enough to be like, hey, I like your stuff. Come put it in my store. And I'm like, all right, I will. I'll join that. Let's be friends. So I do have some Dragonfly Boutique stuff hanging out over there, along with a whole bunch of very talented crafters, vendors, if you will. If you guys get a chance to go check out that store, they are there every day. I think it's from 10 to 6 now, Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday's 11 to 5 now. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong there. I think
7 days a week. That's crazy.
they are open 7 days a week, and you will find something for anybody, really. And they do, a couple of us do custom orders as well. So the Halloween's Gone to the Dogs event's coming up. So if you come down to Hometown Handmade with your pets dressed up for Halloween, October 3rd from 4 to 6, they will be having a contest for best dressed dog, and they will decide a winner. And also right now, you can go over there with a purchase of $25 or more. You can get entered in for a dog-themed blanket, which is really cute.
Nice.
Handmade, a whole bunch of handmade stuff from around the Tri-Cities. And also, the winner of the Best Dressed contest will receive a prize. So if you guys can go ahead and make it out over there, it's pretty cool. There's going
is
to be
that the dog or the owner that's the best dressed?
This is the dog.
I mean,
The dog. The owner gets the basket though. So
They always say like the pets look like the owners, and
they
and
do
so,
say that.
So I'm just
I've
curious.
seen some of this stuff
as the
happening.
origin of what they're talking about.
Right, exactly. So this is based around one of our really cool vendors there from the store, Cassie's Natural Treats. She will be there with, she's got some treats that actually have CBD in them for your dogs that have anxiety or anything going on with their joints, a whole bunch of different
anxiety.
things. Yeah, so this stuff is really good for them. Plus, she's got some handmade like handkerchiefs that the collar goes through. So they're safe for some different dog toys and different things like that. So if you guys can come check it out, different vendors are making things up, dog-themed, pet-themed. So you guys will be able to come and shop if you are a fur baby lover, I guess we'll say. So I just want to give a shout-out for that. And, I had a couple other things, prepared always, as always. Wicked Woods of Terror is opened up.
Oh yeah.
They are opened up. So if you guys go check them out, they're just outside of Caro. And they had Body Bag stop in. This is the name of this place that goes, or this group that goes around and gives ratings on the places.
Nice.
They got a really awesome review. So if you guys can check that out, we shared it on Strange Friends Media. You can go check that out. There's more information on Wicked Woods of Terror. Go and check that whole thing out. It's only $15 to get in, and they said it's definitely well worth it. Lots of things changed up. So I just want to give they gave a shout out to him on there. They really liked him a lot.
That's great.
So there is that as well. So if you guys keep on paying attention to the Strange Friends Media page, Don't Make This Weird. We're blowing up all kinds of different things. We got all kinds of things going on. And, there's more things I'd like to give a shout out to, but I'd rather just get into what we're here to do. We have Daniel hanging out with us tonight. We are so glad that you're here.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
His
It's a pleasure.
camera shifted. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on.
Camera
there.
shifted a little
Yeah.
bit. And now I finally got YouTube pulled up, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, yeah. Yep, I see it
There
now.
we go.
There we go.
Are we on?
So
We're on.
Yeah.
you are on. We're glad to have you hanging out with us tonight. You were highly recommended to come hang out with us, so we were like, yeah, let's get him on the show. So thank you for joining us. I know you said this is your first podcast, so we're glad that you're here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Same thing both ways. You guys were highly recommended.
Oh,
You
wow.
know,
Well, thank you for that. Because
Well, yeah.
normally we're setting dumpsters on fire and starting
Right.
a shit show. So
Started.
apparently it was a fellow shit
2020.
starter.
Yep. So we're glad that you're here hanging out with us. And, like I said, I like to ask you more, give a little bit about yourself and what you do, and then we'll go from there with the conversation.
Yeah.
Got some people hanging out already on YouTube. Adam said he was having a hard time getting Twitch installed.
Just kick it and
So,
go to Twitch.
Unfortunately, there's that, and then there's somebody else hanging out, but they're not saying anything yet. So we're going to go ahead and share that link. Will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
yeah, absolutely. What's important to me is the youth sports and these children. They're out here. Sometimes they don't have an alternative with the way things are going sports-wise in tackle football. A lot of parents don't want their kids playing tackle football. The head injuries, all that stuff that's been in the news, and they have no other alternative. They either just sit at home and there's really nothing left for them to do. So with Under Armour, they have a Under the Lights Flag Football League.
Oh, cool.
Yep, and flag football all across the country, regardless of the leagues. It's getting huge. It's catching fire and it's growing at an exponential rate. So I'm with Under the Lights Flint Metro League will be my league. I'm down in Genesee County.
Nice.
7-on-7 leagues, up to 16 years old. There's a bunch of different divisions. We've got a Turkey Bowl tournament coming up. The Flag Football League with Under Armour, it comes with all kinds of benefits. One of the main things is the profits. Most of the profits from these leagues go to Under Armour's nonprofit organization, which is Brothers in Arms. They
Oh,
do
cool.
a lot of good things there. So
Very cool. So how long have you been doing this for?
well, actually, it's a new endeavor.
Oh, okay.
We were slated to start before this godforsaken virus hit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had to cancel. And then we're firing back up here this winter for our first winter league.
Oh,
Nice.
Now, the organization itself, they've had leagues going for the last handful of years.
cool. Yeah.
But bringing the new one to Genesee County, that's our inaugural season, so to speak.
Okay. And is there a lot of different rules now with everything that's going on, or?
Well, there will be. Like spectators, instead of just everybody coming to watch, I think that each player will be limited. Maybe, how many spectators they can bring.
Right.
There's no longer community water. You can't just go to the water boy and get out of the jug anymore.
Yeah.
They also offer, instead of just the flag football, the entire program, it has a 3-on-3 basketball tournament and also some speed lacrosse. Which
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with lacrosse. I know it's a wonderful sport, but it's growing.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I know it's pretty big on the East, and I've seen it on TV, and it looks fantastic. It looks like a great sport.
That's awesome. So have you coached before for anything else, or is
Oh,
this
yeah,
how did you get into
absolutely.
that?
Yeah, that's kind of how this whole thing got started for me with Under Armour. I have 3 sons myself.
Okay.
And, I would just coach their little league teams. Little league baseball, recreational baseball, which if you sign up and you pay, you can go and play. All the kids can play rec ball. I would coach their little league teams there, and then my middle boy. Well, all my boys are pretty talented, but my middle boy, he's quite the killer. He plays competitive travel ball.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
That's total different world. you
Yeah.
know? That's competitive. Not every kid makes the team.
Yep.
Nobody's guaranteed playing time. A whole different world. Going through some of that stuff. Ended up approached by a gentleman that was doing another athletic program. He was going to be doing an Under Armour league there in Genesee County. His business picked up a little bit, and I was able to step in and get the opportunity. So
That's cool. It's
yeah,
really cool.
I couldn't turn it down. To do something that you enjoy doing, to be out there with kids like that and have it be a chance to put food on your table, that's something that you really can't.
Heck
shoot
yeah,
stick
man.
at. Yeah, for sure.
What is that you always say about if you do something that you love, you never work a day in your life?
Oh yeah.
Is that what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm used to you saying that, so it's like that makes a lot of sense, And to be able to do something like that for kids that might not have an option to do something like that is incredible.
Yeah,
in
that's
itself.
the real rewarding part.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a kid that maybe has a dad at home to play catch with or something like that. and
Yeah.
maybe they're not the most talented, and you see them progress throughout the year. I mean, an actual story, specific story. Kid wasn't the most talented all season long, all spring long. He didn't even touch the ball, right? Not even a foul ball, nothing at all. Wow. It's the last game of the season. He gets a hold of one, but he gets thrown out at first base. So, and he just loses. He's in tears. He finally hit the ball, but he got thrown out.
Right.
Yeah.
He had a chance to get up again, got another hit, and the kid got on base, and he was just jumping up and down.
That's
it's like,
awesome.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I mean, it just warms your heart. Like, that's the reason you do this kind of stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So you say that this is from Under Armour and they have their own nonprofit. Is that where you guys get most of the funding from, or do you guys do any kind of events or anything
Well,
like that?
Yeah, the funding comes from Under Armour, and then my registration fees, whatever for the league, that's the money that we, because the league is kind of like I operate it. The money that I'm gathering in, I pay for the venue.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the referees and stuff, and then I'm responsible to, per kid registered, to kick back to the Under Armour Brothers in Arms.
Oh, okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow. That's awesome. That is really cool. I really like to see when these kind of organizations are for these kids to be able to do these kind of things. Like you said, if they don't have somebody to play catch with at home, they want to be involved in the sport. Unfortunately, there are a lot of homes that are broken or whatever you want to say. So to be able to give them a better avenue to do something, to feel good about themselves, to be able to be like, yeah, I'm proud of this. This is what I'm doing. That's a really cool thing to have.
Yeah, and it's not so much whether they are talented or whether they don't. I mean, whether they idle hands or the devil's playgrounds. I mean, these kids need to have something to do. I
Yeah.
hate sitting there with the video controller in their hands. What are you doing? He's like, I'm playing baseball. Like, no, you're not. You're sitting in a goddamn beanbag chair.
Right.
It involves sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's understandable. That's really cool. So you said what were the ages for that they do?
We have they call it like a non-competitive from kindergarten, 5 years old, and there's divisions all the way up like first, second grade, third, fourth, fifth, sixth,
Yeah.
all the way up to 16 years old that can play.
Wow.
It's a 7-on-7 format, and this league, there's a few other leagues out there that are trying to get in on the flag thing, and ours is different. We separate ourselves because it's more like a actual football experience.
Yeah.
It's fast paced, it's passing based, and you really get so much out of whatever your registration fee is. So they're anywhere between maybe 165 to 125,
Yeah.
depending on your area. But I mean, they get incredible Under Armour gear. They get a ton of stuff for what they're paying, and there's no other league out there that's even close to that.
Wow. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. The venues are always nice. It's under the lights. A lot of times we try to be Friday nights at nighttime. So the kids
Yeah.
are under lights. It's an exciting atmosphere.
Right.
I mean, the equipment is really, it's untouchable. I mean, you can't come close for the money that they pay to register to play in these leagues. It's not even close. It really isn't. And it's brand new. Like I said, I have the flexibility to gauge or mold the league and program into whatever fits well for your area.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. So, with that being said, I was going to ask you about the area thing. Can they go online to a certain place to find if they have this kind of thing in their area, or can anybody come to
Yeah, absolutely.
play on your team, or how does that work?
Well, anybody can come and play in any area, but for the game days and stuff, it's probably better to be a little bit local.
Yeah.
But there's a ton. They're popping up all over. We've got a Detroit Metro League. Further south, there's quite a bit more leagues, but it's just search Under Armour, Under the Lights, flag football.
Yeah.
And it'll pop right up. It'll be a main website, and it'll have all the areas, locations listed.
That's
I
very
think we're
cool.
in like 39 of our 50 states.
Oh, wow.
I was pushing for Hawaii,
Yeah.
I haven't got there yet.
I understand. I can understand that.
That'll be the off season.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That's where the Pro Bowl is. Right?
That's right.
cool.
Exactly.
That's really cool. So that's cool that you have, that you started this because you've got kids of your own, and it kind of helps to be there for their games, and then you get to get part of coaching and all that stuff. That's really awesome.
Yeah, to have more time with your sons, more time with your children. And that's another thing I should mention. It's a co-ed league, boys and girls alike, and
Okay.
some of the most serious talent. I mean, these girls are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not just playing in the league. I mean,
Right.
They're kicking ass. I mean,
Yeah.
they really are. Some of these girls have some of the best hands I've ever seen.
That's cool.
especially the older ones, 12 to 14. There's some incredibly skilled football being played.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool that it is co-ed because I know growing up we had powder puff.
Yeah.
Did you guys have that too?
Yeah, we had
So
that.
it was like just one game where the girls could play, and just any other time it was just all the boys played, and that was it. So that's really cool that that's the co-ed thing for this.
Yeah, that's something I thought would be important to put out front to kind of push, because I know a lot of the girls want to play. They don't want to be a cheerleader.
Right.
They want to be out there. And tackle football, it's a little bit harder, I suppose, just because of the locker rooms. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But this is, a pair of shorts, a T-shirt,
Yeah.
you're out and you're ready to go. I mean, everybody's in an even playing field. So.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I know your daughter was into playing football.
Yeah, my daughter was definitely. She's cut from a different cloth. She's like, "Fuck them boys, let's go."
Yeah.
I'm going. All right, I can get down with this.
I was gonna say, as a father, that's a good thing, right?
That's
You
cool.
usually take it that way.
I mean, my daughter came to me at, geez, I don't even know, 10, 11, and said, "Dad, I want to go do, Taekwondo." And then she was talking about, like, what's the one that Adam did, where you're rolling around in the mat.
Jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
yeah.
She said some of the boys were talking about doing some like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And I never got her into that because I didn't have the money to pay for it. But like she went all the way up to, God, what was it? Green belt or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit. Like she had all of the moves down and stuff like that.
She's very focused.
Yeah. And it was
Very
funny because the
focused.
teacher was just like, all right, kid, you want to do something with this? Let me show you some real stuff
Sure.
that when you get these asshole boys that are going to do what they're going to do, that, you can defend yourself and they're not going to fuck with you. And
She
I'm
was
just like,
ruthless.
oh, hardcore. Like, it was great. Just watching her showing them boys what's up. And I'm going, that's what I'm talking about. My daughter isn't she's sensitive, but she's not a weakling.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about, programs like this,
Yep.
that, you're giving them that sense of empowerment to go ahead, fuck with me.
Right. Right. And it's a skill applied to the real world, like
Yeah.
you said, some mugger on the street or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These kids, when you see their eyes light up,
Yeah.
you try to tell each and every one of them, there's more inside of you than you could ever imagine, And when they make that first catch or they get, the big hit or these things happen and they realize I can do this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really can, that's so, it's so rewarding, but for the child itself, the sky's the limit for almost all these kids. They don't even know what they're capable of yet.
Yeah.
They might not have that encouragement, or maybe they do, but it's the wrong way around, where it's the dad living, or mom or dad living vicariously through their children. They
Right.
might not even want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a whole nother can of worms
The
there,
parents,
I think.
it's a whole new venue there. Super dad, who my kid's the best.
Yeah. And you're just like,
Come to one practice. Come watch one practice.
sit down,
It's not the
Jerry.
same thing.
Right.
Just calm down, Jerry. That's the Karen for the man's side.
Jerry.
Jerry.
Thought it was
That's
like
what I
Rick
say.
or Brad or some bullshit like that.
So now, with that being said, though, are there or does this look good on their college applications and stuff like this? Will this help with that kind of stuff?
Not necessarily. Now, the schools, we'd love to have a great relationship with the
Mm-hmm.
schools. We have a friend of mine, Greg Jones. He won Super Bowl with the New York Giants.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome.
He'll come down and speak with the kids once in a while, bring his Super Bowl rings and stuff.
That's cool.
And there are times, because we would love for the schools to take a flyer, and send them with the kids. And,
Yeah.
And in exchange for that, we can have Greg come down, and then there's a lot of times where there's $500 or $1,000, whatever that we give to the physical education program. for them.
Right.
Right.
But to partner with the schools is very important as far as helping you get that scholarship to play Division I ball.
That's more
Maybe
or
not
less.
so much, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, it's still got to be really a cool thing. I'd still put it on and be like, yeah, that's what I did. This is cool. Come check this out. That's awesome.
Speaking
really
of doing cool shit,
Oh.
the lovely Nicole Babb chimes in on Twitch and
Yeah.
says, "Hey guys,
Very cool. Hey, Nicole, glad you're hanging out with us tonight. It was awesome to have you on last week.
that was so much fun last
That was
week."
a lot of fun to see her. And I got some stuff happening over here on YouTube.
Yeah,
You guys,
Go ahead.
I'm glad that you're hanging out here on YouTube, but if you guys have Twitch and can go hang out over there,
We're trying
not
to
to
get the
put
achievements.
Tony to work, but we are going to get some achievements if you guys go over there and are talking and interacting over on Twitch as well. So we
Yeah.
thank you guys for that. Yes, we are aired on YouTube, on Twitch, and re-aired on solidstateradio.net. So I just want to give a couple shout outs here over on YouTube.
Yeah.
Adam says, I wonder if he's ever heard the song that ends in I didn't know I could pitch like that. It's a cute little song. Yeah, that is a cute little song.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to
Yeah,
play.
there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Now my dad's chiming in saying, "Hi gang, one of my biggest fans coming and tune in tonight. Glad that you are here, Dad. Thank you for support and everybody
Hey,
else
Pops.
who's joining. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody else who's jumping in here tonight. We love when you guys are on chat. You have comments, you have questions, whatever it is that you guys want to know. Please feel free to ask. If it's something that we don't feel that we have an answer for, we'll still probably put it up there. But we're glad that you guys join in and tune in and hang out with us because that really is part of the fun on the show.
Yeah, direct those ones to Heather because I like watching her Twitch.
You
'Cause
like
she's
watching
just
me
like-
Twitch.
Yeah, I
Look
like
at
watching
you.
your Twitch because it's hilarious. You're like, do I say that? How do I
Have to say
pronounce that?
this? Do I
What-
really? You think after how many episodes I would be cool with this by now?
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, we are actually episode 160. We are 40 away from 200
Oh.
fucking episodes.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
Holy
Thank you.
shit!
I
Thank
haven't
you.
realized it's been that long, but it still feels, it's like August was what, 3 years already?
Yeah.
3 years. So we're planning for, we had a big bash for the 100th episode. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to stop for a minute.
She can't stop staring at me.
I can't. No, that's not
It's
it.
those colored socks you got on.
Hey, don't start. Don't bring that up. Not the socks, yeah.
No, you guys, I have been having, I know I've talked about this before on other episodes. I've been having a little bit of issue with adrenal fatigue. So I start getting foggy a little bit, I can't talk a little bit. So that's really kind of a downfall from it. And to do podcasts and have that happening, not so fun. So please bear with me as I am trying to work through this.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
I got to go back to the no caffeine, no watching murder porn, as you would put it, getting more sleep and all that fun jazz. So,
Murder porn.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
sleep thing you speak of.
Right?
I've been up since 5 a.m.
Uh-huh.
because that's what time I went to bed, and
Mm.
I slept for like an hour and a half.
I didn't even have to work today, and I was already up like, oh, it's not even 6 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Did you guys hear that? It's the world's smallest
Uh-huh.
violin.
It is.
Playing just for-
Hold on. Yep, I just heard it.
So can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah,
Sure.
go
Are
ahead.
you two friends before this endeavor, or have you guys
Yeah.
known each other a while? You guys
Yeah.
know each other?
Yeah,
It's been
we,
about 6 years. We've been friends. I did not stalk him on Facebook. No, we became friends through a mutual friend, and he kept on saying, "Why don't you come and hang out and come meet my friend Tony? Come to the studio, come do some music, whatever." And I was like, maybe. We'll see. And then we ended up becoming friends on Facebook, and I didn't realize it was the same guy that my friend was like, "Come to the studio and hang out."
Stalker.
Yeah, not really.
Well, can you blame her? I mean, look at the beefcake over there. Look at his arms.
Well, you know.
Those
I
great
gotta-
big arms.
I got me a T-bone at home.
Oh, Christ. There we go.
But yeah, so we became friends. I was going through a really difficult time in life.
Yeah.
When I met him, my mom had been diagnosed with cancer, and then a week later, I had been diagnosed. And at the time, he was posting all these like positive things, kind of religious in a way, different things. And I was like, man, this stuff is speaking to me. So I kept liking everything on his Facebook, and I'm like, I'm really not trying to be a weirdo.
She totally was.
It's just really at this time in my life where stuff's going on. So I ended up going in and getting surgery after I found out to be, cleared of everything. And
Yeah.
then he helped me through that part of it, and we've been friends ever since. So
That's a great story. That's
6
perfect.
years.
He was helping you without even knowing he was helping you, right? Then positive post.
Yeah. Pretty much.
yeah. And then because my mom was sick, I was pretty much here, and his whole family didn't really know me, and they were helping take care of me through healing through that. So pretty crazy, but yeah. And we put up with each other ever since. So.
You've put up with me. Thank you very much.
Oh, the fiance is chiming in on the other end here. First, Shelby's chiming in and says, "Hi, everyone, miss you." And Adam says, ironically, Tony and I met first, which that's my fiance.
This is true.
Okay.
He says, "Hey, man, Googly Bear is claimed, LOL."
It's
Yeah.
funny you say that because
Tell that story.
hold on. I got to give a shout out to what's going on Twitch. Rodney and Mary are chiming in. They say, "Hello, family. Sorry, internet problems." And then Mary chimes says, chimed in and said the internet finally decided to behave.
There you go.
And then Rodney said, "Love the blue cup, Tony. Matches your eyes." Oh yeah,
Oh, Adam, you guys are gonna have a roll.
you guys are gonna fight.
Roll out.
But no, and then Nicole chimes in and says, "Fuck cancer all the way."
Absolutely.
Is this not changing?
Fuck cancer.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Fuck
Yes.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Fuck anxiety.
Whole bunch of dumpster fire. Let's go back and throw all that shit in the dumpster.
I fucking want to.
Let's burn this bitch down. Just kidding. So hopefully a bunch of people that are listening tonight are not going, oh man, what did he get himself into?
I'm pretty sure there's about a dozen already thinking this youth sports on this program.
Right.
No,
Sorry,
no,
guys.
this is just kind of a friendly thing. And like I said, I thank you guys so much for having me in here. I mean, it's first opportunity. It's fun anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on. I'm having a blast already.
Oh, I'm glad that you're joining us tonight. Like I said, we get into a couple questions and start talking about stuff, but ultimately we like our guests to feel comfortable and not have to just be yourself. That's all I ask.
Pretty organic,
Yeah.
things will just come out.
Yep.
I already know your nickname is Googly Bear.
That guy. That guy is Googly Bear.
I mean, it
Yeah.
happens.
No, my fiance is fighting over him, not me. Ironically.
You know when you have hair
know.
like me.
Luscious locks she got going
right.
on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and that's really cool though. I'm glad that you're here because that you are actually somebody that we have not had on before or have had this subject before. And to be able to, talk about doing stuff for kids and especially at this time, I feel like that whole pay it forward and, doing it for the love of the game and the love of kids to be able to enjoy the sport is just incredible.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know.
something we kind of hit on earlier about being there for the right reasons.
Yep.
You'll see some guys that are there because they want to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And kids, they know when you're authentic. Kids can
Yeah.
sense a fake more than anybody else.
Absolutely.
You try to say that you're making good athletes but better people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the sport really is second to some life stuff. I mean, a lot of the things that you learn or a coach will holler at you during practice can be directly applied to how you live your life and try to be successful. So,
Yeah. Yeah, but I've heard different things with, people that were big into sports growing up. I was not a big sports fan. Not necessarily a sports fan. Like I liked watching sports, but I was not healthy enough to
suck.
do.
You sat on the bench, right?
Not okay. Speaking of that.
Go ahead and talk, and then I'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
my dumpster fire growing up.
No, I was always like a heavy kid growing up, so I never really got much into it. And then to come to find out that my kneecaps are in the wrong places, so they'd pop out of joint all the time, and that just was a
that painful?
disaster.
Was it painful or was it just like a slip?
Very painful.
Oh, man.
Very painful. I've sprained both of my knees from that. So, but I did try to do volleyball, and I was so excited. Like you were talking about getting a chance to be up. I'm like, yeah, it's my turn. I might suck at this, but it's me. And that feeling, and then I go to hit it, and she's like, Edgington, out. So I was so pissed, and I'm telling you, like, I was not nice. I was sitting behind her just talking about all kinds of shit talking. And she was like, I can hear you. I was like, that's the point. Yeah, she was not happy with me. And then after that, just wasn't in volleyball anymore. I don't know if it was my attitude that sucked or I don't know. But
They
yeah.
say one bad coach can turn a kid off. Of
Yeah.
a sport for his whole life. It sounds like one bad player kind of gave that coach a hard time.
Yeah, probably.
No, that's where
She's
I
so
came
cool
in.
with me today. I see her every now and then, and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey."
What age was that? Was it like middle school? You thinking?
Middle school.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was middle school. So that was kind of a thing. I was like, I finally am trying something, and then it was like, no, you're not. Go. So what were you?
Well, what I was going to say is my horrible dumpster fire time in any sports, because I tried out for them all, because I was like, I'm going to do it, and then realized I was not, what's the word I'm looking for? Physically inclined. Because
You don't athletic.
I don't athletic. Because, I tried football. I tried flag football. Got, like, fucked up all the way. Tried baseball. Little League, I actually, the bat flew out of my hands and hit the coach. So,
Unintentionally.
yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, good,
and of
good.
course, I'm just like, oh, you know, little kid bawling his eyes out because he hurt the guy that's like now yelling at him, you know, you stupid son of a. And
Bench.
yeah, right. No, I was kicked off the team.
Home. No, I mean walk home.
Yeah, walk
Not
the fuck home,
bases.
boy.
Just out of here.
So then
Yeah.
I realized that wasn't going to be a career for me. And then I picked up the guitar. And then I realized the sport that did work, and this is a really bad joke. Does tonsil hockey count as
Oh
a
my
sport?
god.
Tonsil hockey does count as a sport.
Sweet, because I burn a shit ton of calories doing that.
Yep.
And cock push-ups.
Oh my god.
And that's enough for me.
He's like now I'm out of here.
Oh, come on. Tenacious D, the pick of destiny.
Oh God, go back to that. Yeah, but I was laughing when you said about hitting with the bat and not intentionally.
Yeah.
I did do bowling for a while on a league. Again, not good.
See, that's what was
They're
so
like,
funny.
we're not putting gutters in for you. I'm like, whatever. I'm not playing anymore.
In the 90s, and you look like you're old enough to remember this.
Yep.
They did the whole rock and jock thing, right? So, of course, I was in several different bands. And they're like, hey, man, let's put a baseball team together. And I'm going,
Right.
I intentionally play music so I don't have to do that shit.
It almost seems like it's one or the other, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Right.
know for a fact I cannot sing, dance, play any instrument. I'm just not inclined in that way, right or left lane, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
I mean, I have none of that. Not that I don't appreciate it.
Right.
I just don't. You know?
Yeah, that's the same thing with sports. I love hockey. I liked watching football, all the different
Yeah.
stuff. Like I like sports. I just don't. It doesn't like me. But I can sing and I can do like you said, it's different side. I don't know, but that's always fun though, and to be able to support, that's cool too. That's
Yeah.
cool too.
Well, and it's great because I've been able to go to several sporting events and play the Star Spangled Banner on my guitar.
Oh, wonderful.
And that's so much fun because whether it's like a 4th of July party or whether, whatever it is, they're like, dude, you need to hang out with us because that was really cool, whatever it was that you did. And I'm like, I fucking shit the bed playing this thing. How do you screw up the song that everybody knows?
I've been asked to go and like sing.
Yeah.
I have pussed out every time. I'm just being honest. I've been asked over and over to go sing, and I'm like, I'm gonna just not hit those notes, and then everybody's gonna remember me.
I don't like that. I think that the next time you get that opportunity, you got to take it. You
I
gotta
should.
Do
I
it.
usually
Yep.
do
Do
take
it.
opportunities. I'm better at that after, I
Don't
say
puss out. Do it.
second chances, and then that's like the only thing I've been like, no. I've introduced bands and
regret it.
stuff.
Yeah,
I've done
you
all
don't
kinds of
regret
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Next opportunity, you got to take it. Do you promise us and everybody listening?
Do it.
Oh,
do it.
no, don't make
do
me
it.
do that
do
live.
It. Do
Who's
it.
in
Hey,
the
come
hot
on,
seat
guys.
now?
Oh, hey, we
Who's
got
in the
some,
hot seat?
Uh-oh.
we got some stuff on Twitch here.
Yeah? Let's go to Twitch. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Oh no, they're calling you out. Rodney says, Rod the Bod podcast. Apparently,
Yes.
we're making Nicole double over and crack up laughing. 'Cause She says,
Yes.
OMG, laughing my ass
yes,
off.
yes.
And then Mary says, I can totally relate with the bowling, but your average beats mine. And everybody's saying, yeah, you got to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
I'm hearing it over on this side too.
Yeah, I'm just
do it.
saying,
All
do
right,
it.
all right, all right, all right. I say I will. I will. I'll practice.
That's a promise. There
Here we go. You guys got it.
So you mentioned
Right
bowling.
here.
Where do we draw the line between sport and non-sport? Bowling
okay.
and pool shooting, is that billiards? You know what I mean?
You're right.
Billiards is actually, it takes a lot of skill and technique.
Absolutely.
Pool, I've seen guys drink a 30 pack and just mop the floor with people going, you
That's a
shoot
good
better when you're
question.
drunk.
Yeah, that's because it's water and they were hustling you.
Yes.
They really didn't drink that.
Son of a bitch.
There it is. Yeah, that's a good question. Where do you draw the line with what
Yeah.
is sport and what is not sport? I think, physical sports, go for it.
What about like the X Games or stuff like that? I mean,
No,
'cause
yeah.
They put the label extreme sports.
Right.
On that.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe different, but I think that it's athletic. I mean, cheerleading,
Yeah.
that stuff's incredibly athletic. you know.
Very much so.
But some people would even argue golf, not really
Yeah.
athletic, but the
But
bowling
it's still
and
sport.
stuff like that. I mean, professional. Is that a sport? Is that a game? I mean, it's
You're
all
right.
games.
That is a good question.
Just kind of the gray area.
Anybody else want to chime in on that where you feel like it draws the line of what's sports or what's not?
Rodney chimed in and said he's a master bowler. So I guess that's a question to
Hey.
you, Rod.
Adam saying fishing is a sport. They say kayaking is also. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's the only
it's
athletic.
physical.
If that is a sport, that's where I'm at
Okay.
because I can do
Fishing?
that. Fishing and kayaking,
Is that
I
the
can
one
do
where
that.
you're like trapped in the boat all your waist?
pretty much. Yep.
Oh god, that terrifies me.
But not
That
turning
terrifies
up.
Right?
me. It
Right?
does. It terrifies me.
Yeah, yeah. I can.
thank
I have enough room to be able to get out of it, so that's cool. I didn't when I first got the kayak.
See, this is why I just throw weights around and like do yoga and shit like that because
That takes patience.
if I'm not laying on the floor convulsing when I'm done working out, I didn't work out hard enough.
Yoga. I have a yoga story, right? It's,
Okay.
This is a while ago, and it was a girlfriend of mine. It was a partner yoga was offered. We thought it would be a fun thing to do. You know, I've never done it in my life. I'm somewhat athletic, no big deal.
Right.
Hardest goddamn thing I ever did in my entire life. I swear to God, it was the hardest
Preach it,
thing
brother.
I've ever done. And I didn't know it was 3 hours long, right?
Oh,
first,
God.
The first
Yeah.
90 minutes was just regular yoga.
Yeah,
Like, I was,
yeah.
I was I was gonna walk right out the door. I swear to God, I was done with my knees were shaking and shit.
Yeah.
I'm soaking wet. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
the hardest thing I ever did.
Yep.
The partner
yeah.
stuff was fun, you know, it balanced them all around. But
Yep.
my God, that was incredibly hard.
Yeah, it does take a lot, and I am a very off balance person. So for me with yoga, it's like I am so not doing this in public. This is only at home. Only at home. I tried the partners yoga before, and I got farted on by my partner. So I was just like, "We're done. That's it. We're over." None.
So glad you guys had me.
Again, he's ready to go. Usually, people are by this time going,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I think I could come back again. This is pretty
Title of
fun."
the show, don't make this weird.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? That's twice now.
Shit the bed. Already shit in the bed there. Shelby says cornhole is a sport. Do you have anybody chiming in with what sports on that side?
Nope.
Nope.
You
Okay.
guys, you guys
All right.
good cornholers? Either one
I
of you?
no.
If she pays me $3.99 in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
See, I set them up,
Well.
you knock them down.
All right.
Gotcha,
Well, that's time for me. I'll see you guys later. You
She
guys
said
continue
she loved
on.
me. What do you want?
Continue on without me. Oh my God.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
So this is where we're at.
Yes. Yes.
We're
So,
having a lot of fun.
oh, absolutely. So, how was your week? Let's get into that. For a
Oh,
minute.
we're gonna do the week thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. My week was pretty good actually. It's been a little bit crazy, of course, and like I said, the adrenal fatigue is back. We love that.
I don't think it ever left. It
Love
just kind of
that.
took a mini vacation.
I think maybe for a minute it did. But you know, things are going good with work and keeping busy and getting inventory ready because you know there's Shipshewana around the corner, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And the store and everything. Got asked to put my stuff in another store, but at this time, without having inventory for all the other stuff, I just gotta take a chill for a moment. But the week's been pretty good, though. We've been pushing through and doing all kinds of stuff. I was at work. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I was at work and I went on lunch, started feeling like lightheaded, a little bit dizzy, and I'm going, okay, this ain't cool. Go back in, and I'm kind of foggy. I'm like, this is definitely not good. So I tried to fight it because I'm stubborn like that. And then my manager walked by, and I'm like, hey, I gotta go. He's like, okay, what's going on? I said, well, I'm feeling lightheaded, and I don't know. I'm a little bit foggy and whatnot. He's like, can you drive? I'm like, I just ate chips and some dried strawberries, so sugar is going up. I think we're good. So I drove up to the clinic and by where I work. And it was an interesting experience to begin with because I get in there and the doctor, he stopped in for a minute to talk to me after they got me in. And he's like, well, I'm going to do some testing and whatnot. And he's asking me about depression and stuff like that. And I'm like, is it obvious? Like, am I really? I thought I was doing pretty good, but okay.
So you weren't doing cocaine in the back with the rest of the strippers, or what?
I do not work with strippers, and I do not
That wasn't the
cocaine.
question.
I do not. Neither. Thank you. I work at Bronner's.
So it's the glitter, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That glitter gives you away every time. Every time I sneak up, no, you
This
can't
is
get that stuff
the
off of you. You know, you gotta-
ongoing joke here, because you can't leave Bronner's without having glitter everywhere.
So you didn't
So-
do cocaine with the rest of the
I did
strippers.
not do-
What
no.
what did you
Nor
do with
the
them?
elves or Santa. None of that stuff.
Santa doesn't mess around.
No, he
Santa's-
don't.
He got good
He's
shit.
like, this is snow cane. Okay, Santa. Weirdo. But so anyway. Oh man.
Apparently, we're making Mary double over now because she
Yes.
said, "Oh my god."
She feels my pain.
Yeah.
She's a crafter. She gets it.
No,
Glitter
she's
everywhere.
laughing at you because you didn't do the cocaine with the strippers.
Oh. So anyhow, I get in there and we're talking to the doctor, and he runs the EKG to make sure that my heart's not screwing up. Test my blood sugar, and then something that actually Brother Bill suggested a while back about getting my blood pressure tested while laying down, standing up, and sitting. And I thought that this was like a joke or something. I'm like,
No.
what's the punchline here, sir? So anyway, everything came back good, which is good. I'm thankful for that. But I'm like, why in the hell am I so dizzy? What is happening here? And
Took too much, man.
So this is what he tells
You
me.
gotta know when to say when.
This is what he tells me. He says, you need a little bit more water,
Yeah.
which I already figured that because I suck at drinking water. And then he says, you need to schedule fun.
Visual fun.
Schedule fun. And how much sleep are you really getting? I'm like, 4.5, maybe 5 hours. Definitely more sleep. And scheduling fun and 10 minutes of exercise a day.
That's an oxymoron. Scheduling fun.
Yeah.
of course.
Fun's organic. You can't schedule.
That's right.
We're gonna go have a great time today. It's
So
from
yeah.
2 to 2.
And in a roundabout way, and in a roundabout way, he asked me if I was safe at home, but it wasn't like that. It was just like,
I
your
think
fiance, is he good?
I think he was
Yeah, he's
asking if
good.
you had a safe word at
He's
home.
good.
'Cause-
Is your fiance good? Oh, Doc, what are you talking about here?
Boomity boom!
He's good. But I'm just like scheduling fun. What? So I feel like I left the hospital or the ER going, I don't really know if any questions were answered.
So you were like the hooker. You woke up sticky, broken, confused, and you went home scratching your
No.
head going, what the hell just happened?
Right.
Did I have fun?
and
Do I need to-
How much are you putting up with? That's what's wrong with you.
that's just the problem.
Yeah, that's your.
Just say. Yeah, walk around
where
with
it's at.
0 fucks to give.
So
it works out great.
Dad, and Dad's hanging out here, and I talked to him about this today, and he goes, "What is this doctor wearing? A damn clown suit? What the fuck?" He says. I'm like, and then I told my manager, and he's like, "Is this guy a hippie? Like, what's happening here?" I said,
Patch Adams,
I
come on.
don't know, but apparently I need more fun, and you guys are sucking it out of me.
You're welcome, because we're having a fucking
I'm having a
blast.
blast.
I feel like I'm having fun.
Side splitting. This
I
is
feel like.
wonderful.
So yeah, it's pretty.
We've got Nicole and
Pretty
Mary doubled
interesting.
over, holding their guts because they're laughing their asses off. I mean, come
So
on. How
that-
much more
that-
fun do you want?
That was my week.
You can't buy this entertainment.
And then I took today off because they were like, "We don't really need you unless you want to come in." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna schedule fun."
Wait, your ass didn't show up
Doing
to the
fine.
studio until 7:30 and you
Don't-
took the day off?
Do not judge me.
What the fuck?
I fucking needed it. Fucking needed it.
After that long
Taking
night with the
tomorrow, too.
elves and Santa. Oh, Santa did just. He said, if you
Snow
don't-
cane.
Santa says you don't pay me your $200 you owe him. And he's sending Bruno over there.
He's gonna,
I'm telling you, Santa don't play.
he's sending
You better
Bruno
pay
Santa?
Elf.
his- Yeah, you better pay his
I
ass.
got one word for you. Remember the restraining order because you watch me when I'm sleeping and all that stuff.
I'm not telling that to Santa. You tell him.
Hey, you said something about him coming down your
Glitter
chimney.
bombs.
So I
Glitter
just-
bombs.
Really? Why would you do that?
I don't know
That's
because
fucked
I
up.
didn't get what I wanted as a kid. I guess I don't know.
I never got
I got
what
Santa
wanted.
issues. All right.
I tried to capture his ass once when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah, I put a net
could
across the fireplace.
Yeah.
With thumbtacks. I was
A
gonna
lot of
hold
Home
him. I was
Alone.
gonna hold him ransom.
Video
Oh,
like
yeah.
watching Home Alone. You're like, yeah, I know
I
what
totally
to do.
did that
Fucking
shit.
paint cans.
Put me on the
Santa.
naughty list again. You son of a bitch.
Yes. Oh, I got a lot of stuff happening over here.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead with this really quick.
Yeah.
So Sasha says, well, hello guys.
Hello, Sasha.
Hello,
Hi,
Sasha.
Sasha.
Welcome. And my dad said, Ziggy's Augie's is beer drinking a sport?
Ziggy, 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 ziggy.
There
Oi,
you
oi,
go.
oi.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm not apparently no, not to me. It's not.
Yes, it is.
No, I
Competitive
can't drink
sport,
beer. I'll
absolutely.
die.
Okay, so
Cracker?
fine. Drink wine. Jesus.
Dad says, or Adam says, sparkles everywhere, including my cheek. Everywhere.
He's got a
Sasha.
diamond dot in his ass.
We all need a Mitch Gill personal comedy show. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, Sasha. He has canceled.
Yep. No more
unfortunately.
Mitch.
He's
Where's
still,
my Mitch?
Say my name, Mitch. What the hell?
Mitch's monthly.
Okay, so I got caught up with that. I'm
Yes.
glad that you guys are tuning in on YouTube and Twitch. Don't forget, if you
Yes.
guys want to hear this again or you want to recommend it, solidstateradio.net does re-air us, so please check them out. They have a show for everybody over there. There's always something going on with Sean and Adam over there.
All kinds of
So,
shenanigans.
how was your week, though?
My week and end week, it's all a blur.
Yeah.
Started out, obviously, last Thursday we did the show here with Nicole. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
She is such a fucking badass, like legit. She's got some cool stuff coming up. I can't
Keeps
talk
on
about
saying
it yet.
he keeps on saying this. Like, our guest in the studio isn't a badass right now.
No, totally, and that's
Check 'em.
why
He
we
knows.
support local.
He knows. That's
He
right.
knows.
Yeah, he already knows.
But yeah, so I go down to the man cave Friday. Of course, all kinds of shenanigans down there, and you will not recognize it until you get down there because that place is amazing.
I've seen lots of pictures, but yeah, I agree.
Holy shit! Like it's all completely changed.
Yeah.
The stage is expanded out. The drum room is still absolutely amazing. It's a full like bob and weave bar
Awesome.
with support beams, and then like obviously the second story mezzanine with the long table for This Is My Brain podcast, which
Very
is
cool.
awesome. And yeah, we're actually going to be doing some really cool stuff. In fact, what did I do with the
Is it the birthday flyer?
yeah the birthday flyer?
Let me see.
Do you have that anywhere? Anyways, so yeah, I did that. Friday
okay.
we did Guitar
wanna see
Fridays
that.
down there. Oh, it's so
You
freaking
let
cool.
me check it out. I'd love to see.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Heather will actually send the details over to you.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, we did Guitar Fridays. Yeah, I had a lot of tech issues. So unfortunately, I only did it for an hour. Sorry, guys. I'll make it up tomorrow because I will be doing Guitar Fridays tomorrow right here. Saturday, of course, we did the This Is My Brain podcast. Myself, Brother Bill, the legendary Dean McBride, and as always, my other bald brother, Jeremy Scott Gibbs, doing all kinds of crazy shit that we talked about. And had an absolute blast. Killed 3 bottles of wine, which was amazing.
Did you? Don't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah.
did you see that wine silo like exploded and all the wine was going out on the pavement?
I cried.
Okay, I thought you would see it. I'm sure many people tagged you in it because you are.
Yeah, I
into
cried.
Wine.
I cried. But no, it was great. I actually had Menage a Trois Decadent, and then I had Three Finger Jack, which is not Jack Daniels. It's actually a Cabernet that it's a red wine cured in whiskey barrels,
See, you like that
which is
stuff.
amazing. And then I had Ghost Pines, which that stuff is incredible because that's just all kinds of naughty bits. And came back Sunday morning, got the show together for Survivor Girl. That was fun. Yep, that's it right there.
Do you want to read it or you want me to?
Yeah,
Is this
I want to
for-
hear. Yes,
Is this public share?
this is public share.
Okay, so Jeremy's 48th birthday is coming up, and this is a no bullshit, anti-lockdown costume and election celebratory gathering. Put your best costume without a mask because no fucking face diapers will be allowed. Only happy faces.
Yep.
And it is at the Man Cave. So, do I put the address out here? Is that
Yeah.
cool? Okay.
Yeah, that's where the Man Cave's at.
It's behind the house, Jeremy's Man Cave behind the house on 341 North Eager Road, Howell, Michigan. So, info is November 7th at 2020, BYOB DTP 4 p.m. Arrive 6 p.m. Eat 7:30 p.m. Listen.
Yep, because we're rocking and rolling. That's what we're doing.
Awesome. And then grandchildren wishing to wear masks that match their cute little costumes will be permitted, but mask will be removed by grandpa. yeah, for kisses. Cute. Very cute. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, that's well, and that was part of the process of he always has a huge birthday bash.
Yeah.
And we play music down there all the time with 3OF, and of course we do 3 different sets. And
Yeah.
as the more people drink, the better we sound, because that's just how that works.
Yeah. Costume party, guys. I mean, there is not a whole lot, I think, going on. So that'll be a lot of fun. That's really cool. There's a lot of really neat things that happen down there at the Man Cave. It is a really cool casual kind of event place.
Very laid back.
Very laid back. It's really, really cool to come together, be together, and have a good time. So if you guys are able to come and join and celebrate in that, I didn't even realize that he was 48. I didn't think he was that age.
Yeah, he's 4
So,
years older than me.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought definitely young in spirit, and he doesn't look like he's gonna be 48. So
That's because we can hide our age because we don't have any hair.
yeah, yep.
Well, I mean,
can't hide mine either.
Last week, Nicole said we don't look our age because we
Right.
look younger, and I'm like, well, that's because I can shave my head.
Right. This is
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell anybody that I'm actually 44, but
Yeah, we're not going there. We're not going
hey,
there.
you just turned 40, so
I did.
you make
And
40
but
look
that's
good.
okay though. Well, thank you. That's okay though, because I'm thankful to be able to celebrate. 40 was a huge celebration for me, even though we didn't have a party or any kind of get together.
Yeah.
But that's okay because it really was it's like I talked about second chances.
Yeah.
Being able to celebrate. So I'm like leveling up. It's cool.
Boring.
Yeah. Level up, man. Level up. But it's cool to be able to celebrate those kinds of things and be
Hit
like,
that
yeah,
like a one-up.
okay with it,
Ka-ting, ka-ting, ka-ting.
Oh, and this is where Don't Make This Weird ends. Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh, hell no.
I've canceled the show early before.
That's because of Tits McGee. Yeah, none of that.
I get along with everybody fairly well, I think. But that one, I was just like,
Tits McGee and you, not buddies, not friends.
not
'Cause
friends.
Tits McGee sounds like somebody I might want to meet.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No?
no. We tried to spare our listening audience from the likes of that person because all they wanted to do was, okay, I'm ready to talk about me again. It's like,
Yeah, that's what they said. I'm ready to play again.
And you know that the people that are like that, they're not hearing a word that you say.
no,
They're
Not
just
a
waiting
word.
for you to quit talking.
So
exactly.
I went into the bathroom and I text. I'm like, this bitch. I'm like, we're done. We are done. So I come back and I was like, well, that's all the time we have for tonight. And she just like looked at me like, you go till 9:30. I can do what I want, honestly. So yeah, that was not my favorite show. We will always say that show was not my favorite.
No. And didn't we actually have some sort of technical issues? 'Cause I don't think it got aired, did it?
Maybe it was technical, maybe it wasn't. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, we are 160 episodes in, so whatever.
Regardless.
We don't give a shit.
Is this 160 right here, or is this
Yep.
59? Okay.
Yep, this is 160 right
Oh, I
here.
thought you said 159.
No, 160.
Oh, okay. So it's 160.
Yep.
All right. So we got to start figuring out what we're doing for the
We've got 40
200.
episodes to figure it out, so.
Any suggestions, you guys? Anything? Any?
100th episode party suggestion.
Yeah.
I'm
Santa
saying
come? Santa and the elves, all that? Or is that
We
that's not
could
going
do
to-
that.
You can't have a blast.
Presents for everybody.
yeah. I'm saying we do it down at the Man
Bad
Cave.
Santa.
Yes.
Bad Santa.
Yeah, but see, your favorite line from that movie was "Fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa,
No,
fuck me, Santa."
no. That wasn't the one. It was it was the put the candy cane in the gingerbread house.
Oh Jesus!
It was not that.
Well, if you're gonna go that
Thank
direction, do
you.
you know why Santa's so pissed off and making a naughty list? Because he only comes once a year.
Oh,
Lame. And you think you'd have better material by 160 episodes.
Hey, I'm loving the dad jokes, so bite me, Karen.
Right up the ditty.
do you guys have a highlight film, a highlight cut up? You know,
We
something that
should
Store's graded. or
We should
show's
totally
graded?
put
should.
that together. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
talk about the Here Cow Cow episode.
That just means more work for me. Damn it.
That would be fun,
Again,
though.
what was that?
Yeah, the world's smallest podcast.
It would be fun.
Play
We've had a lot of
yourself.
really cool episodes
Yeah.
with, good guests that come on, and we've had musicians and stuff too, and it's been cool to have that. It's neat to meet new people and, kind of network, even if it is live on air, just first meeting,
Could I ask you guys maybe one of your favorite moments?
Oh,
You
sure.
know, it doesn't have to be the top, but
You want to go
something that-
first?
Wow. There's legit, there's so many because we aside from that one guest, I think all of our guests have been just incredible, and they brought this just great energy to the stuff, especially the musicians, because they come on the show and you never know, especially when you're meeting them for the first time, whether they're going to suck, because everybody's like,
Right.
oh yeah, I got a band, I can do this and I can do that. But when they're really good and you're capturing this live, you're like, man, this is awesome. Because there's been several times where bands that we met for the first time have come on the show. We have tried to listen to them on their CD or whatever that they gave us. And then when they're in the studio doing an acoustic set, because that's, obviously we've had musicians in here doing plugged in stuff. But I remember one of the first times we got to see, what was it? Ora Labora.
Yeah, that was it.
That was such a killer episode.
They were outstanding.
Yeah.
I really miss that they
We're
are not doing
literally
it.
sitting over here, myself, Chris, and Heather. And we're like, this is freaking awesome. And they're just rocking out. And, we recorded the whole thing live. So it was such a cool time. And like I said, each guest is so different. And I wish I could pick a favorite one, but, all of them bring something that is, their side of the conversation. So it's always, there's always one or two memorable moments from each of the guests that we have on. So
Yeah, for
Heather,
sure.
how about a less politically correct?
yeah.
Maybe
A little bit less so put together there. Let's
In
put
all
this-
honesty, though, because we've
let's
talked
mess
about
this
that.
up like the debate. I'm just kidding. No, honestly, it is really hard. I would say the 100th episode was probably one of the more memorable ones because we had so many prior guests on, and we kind of just filtered through everybody and had everybody on the mics throughout the whole show, which was really cool. We had a big 100th episode cake that
Yeah.
was it cake or cupcakes? It was cupcakes, wasn't it? No, it was
No, it was
cake.
cake.
It was cake, and we shared it with everybody, and we got a plaque for our 100th episode from somebody. It was just really cool.
It's right there
So
on the wall.
that one for sure was
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not
very-
a flag; it's a piece of wood.
it was made by somebody, by one of our fans, and that was a cool one. Other than that, having Sean and Adam on from Solid State Radio, they were fun. They were a lot of fun.
Put 5 people in a room together and give them like 2 hours. And
Yeah.
It's an absolute shit show because the conversation doesn't stay the same for less than 30 seconds.
All podcasters.
All podcasters, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my more favorite, memorable ones. So, but there's, like he said, there is a lot. We've had
Yeah.
so many people on, and it's been a really wild
Our
ride.
boys
I'd
from
say.
the Vault came on and they talked about,
Which they're doing shows
oh, thank God.
in October. That's coming. If you guys are close to Saginaw or whatever, go check them out. The venue is amazing, and it was back when I seen it, and now through this downtime, they have added on and have really put a lot of work into it. So to make it a really comfortable, safe environment for you to go and see all these bands live, great stage sound, everything is incredible.
Their system sounds amazing.
Yeah, and and it's advanced since the last time that we were there. So I imagine how much better it is now because they do not dick around with it. So
Nope.
if you guys get a chance, please check out the Vault in Saginaw. Go to their Facebook page so you can see the upcoming events that they have coming. I mean, that's the best way to.
Go on Facebook.
Keeping it-
They're all there.
And Loud Thoughts is going to be playing.
Nice.
And we had them in studio. They are a great band as well.
That was fun.
They have a lot of really good energy. I like when you can see that family kind of aspect with a band. Sometimes you can just see that it's mostly just work and that's what they do. But then you see the ones that actually do mesh together very well. So
Well, that's like Infamous Quick. They just dropped a new video, a month ago now.
yeah, that was cool.
And I'm asking the guitar player, I'm like, so how hot was it to go through and shoot that video? Because all around where they're shooting the video, they've got these big ass freaking fires going on. And he's like, yeah, it was fucking hot, dude.
I'm hot as hell right now with all this equipment and all this.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean I run hot anyway, but
Yeah.
when they do the videos like that, I mean, Is it like a movie where they have takes and they have to cut and they have to start over? I would assume.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're probably there a very long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of work put into it, and it was a really cool video. If you guys get a chance, check that out as well. That's one thing that we do really like to do here at Don't Make This Weird is to help support other people. You know, there's
Support local.
support local, support who we can support. That's why we like to have people come on the show so that we can get the word out about what they're doing, you know, the feel good things and just everything, is to be able to work together to push this forward. It's not really about you know, us, but I mean, we do get silly and whatever on the show.
No.
That's part of it, but we really do like to support other people as well, and that's really what it's about.
Speaking of that, shout out to the State Street Diner
Oh,
Cafe
yeah.
place right there on the corner of 81 and shit.
And
Sherman Street.
shit.
Sherman Street. I think that's what it is.
Okay. You can get great food there on
oh, God.
81 and shit.
I'm telling you, their chicken cordon bleu wrap is fucking amazing.
I wouldn't know because it's got gluten.
But
Just kidding.
seriously, if you guys are in Caro, go to the State Street Diner
cool.
Cafe place. It's incredible.
I've
they
had
make
their
some awesome
Irish
food.
omelet.
Yes,
I like that one.
Yes,
I can do omelets that I can work with.
omelet.
Omelet. Oh, there's a couple things hanging out here on YouTube. Mike says, my dad said archery. I don't remember what we were.
If it's a sport. Or
If
not.
it's a sport or
Oh,
not.
Spark. Oh, okay. Thank you.
See, she does this all the
I'm
time.
here.
We're just straight off the
I'm
rails,
here.
man.
You
And then
be the
Adam's.
guest, I'll be the co-host.
All right, there we go. And Adam says, my fave was totally the Farmer's episode, goat milk soap.
Oh yeah, hashtag illegal cheese for life.
Yeah, Stone Cottage Farm. Short out. I quit.
Short out. You shorted out.
I did short out.
That's
I
like
really
me.
am. Like, this is
Yeah.
a struggle. It
Yeah.
sucks. Don't feel sorry for me because I don't want anybody to, but it really does when your brain's like, "Meh."
Pretty much.
That's about what it's at. We do not
What-
work for food.
What was that? The smallest
The
violin.
world's smallest
Yeah,
violin.
that's
Right, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the Stone Cottage Farm one was really cool too.
Oh my
They're
God,
they're
yes.
such great people over there, and they do a lot of their own handmade soap and cheese and everything like that.
Cheese is
And they
amazing.
when they come on, they're like, "Here, let's share with you guys.
Well,
Try this."
I was going to ask if you could introduce me to your legal cheese guy. That sounds like
We
a-
can,
Stone Cottage
We
Farms.
can.
Yep, they're
You know,
on
I'll go
Facebook.
through you the first couple times,
right?
and then maybe introduce.
Speaking of that, I got some soap. If you know, the first one's
Ooh.
free.
There you go. You do want to get on that train, honestly.
I'm telling you, and shameless plug aside,
go.
Stone Cottage Farms, hands down. Because I mean, I've always been on the lookout for good soap because I can't use the shit off the shelf because I break out.
Well, good is relative. What's a good soap to you?
Well,
Never try it.
that's what I'm getting to is the fact that their soap that they make. I mean, here, hold on, let me grab one of those.
He's going to try to wash my back. Oh, shit.
Don't make this weird, motherfucker.
But
Too late.
no, like okay, so here is see, this is one of my favorite ones that they I
He's like,
ordered.
oh, I picked out the wrong one to give away.
No.
Shit.
This one's called The Forgiven. Come on, focus, you
Oh,
bastard. All right. So all the ingredients on here is literally, and this is not just silliness. This is actually what the ingredient says. It says love, goat's milk, fallow, coconut oil, lard, lye, 100% pure essential oil of myrrh, frankincense, rose geranium, and turmeric.
That's really good too.
So with all of these literally completely organic stuff that goes in here, and I mean the way your skin feels when you're done using these soaps, I'm like,
Coffee
I'm sold.
cinnamon for life.
Oh God, coffee cinnamon, yeah. But no,
Yeah.
legit, I have what else do I got here? Tea tree sage, which is amazing, and they, oh my God, they smell good. But
you
then
don't
there-
want that one. You just put his boogers on it.
But then there's lavender, or no, this is charcoal.
Charcoal.
This stuff's good. But yeah, there's
You're running low on soap, man.
I know. Here, hand that over to him. Pick one out. But yeah, no.
I
Shameless,
really don't think that you're stinky or anything. He really does like the soap so much. It's like, here, take one.
Yeah, but
Bands have gone home with soap.
But it does. It smells fantastic.
It does.
like
It
it.
is really worth. It is worth the price that they charge for it. They actually don't charge very much for it, and it is much better for you because it is all natural.
well, and that's what I'm getting at when I say good soap. This stuff is incredible because using it the first time I bought it, which was what 4 or 5 years ago, something like
I
that.
think so. Yeah.
We bought this at the Ren Fair because they were one of our fellow
Vendors.
vendors that was
you go.
there. And I went home and I used this stuff on a Saturday. I came back on Sunday and bought like, I think it was like $50 or $60 worth of soap. And I'm going, I want more of this. I'm going to shamelessly plug you guys on the podcast. Give me all your guys' details on Facebook.
And
Seriously.
when they came on the podcast, they not only did they bring illegal cheese for us,
Yes.
they brought us all soap, and it was one of our most watched episodes.
Oh, yeah.
They have a really huge following over there, and they're just really down to earth, great people.
And if you take the little card that's on there and you actually type in Stone Cottage Farms Mayville, Michigan on Facebook, it'll take you right to their place, and they actually have a link on the page for the Etsy store.
Yep, and you can order any of the scents, and it will tell you what all they have in stock. Which during everything, we decided that we were gonna get stocked. We didn't stock up on teepee. We stocked up on goat milk soap. This is the truth.
Because you can take a fucking bath in a garden hose with this soap.
Support local.
Support local, yeah.
Yeah.
I went with the charcoal black.
Oh,
I mean, you can
that-
see almost just looking at it. It's almost a piece of it. You can tell it's
Yeah.
handmade. It's
Very
support
good.
Local, support local.
that stuff is incredible. Seriously, your skin will tingle after you use that.
It is really good, and in a
Promise.
good way.
Yes, in a good way.
Gotta add that disclaimer, my friends. In a good way.
Just be like, oh my god, this is so amazing. But no, seriously, they're really good, salt of the earth people. You know, they always put their whole hearts into what their product is.
Fresh bread,
Fresh
and
bread, cheese. You know, they actually introduced us
goats.
to goats. Yeah, get your
Your
goat therapy.
We actually have 2 goats over there.
But yeah, they
Yeah.
introduced me to flowers that taste like salt and pepper, which was crazy. And I actually picked some up from the greenhouse that we went to.
That's cool.
Flowers.
Yeah, flowers. They're orange
Yeah.
flowers and they taste like salt and pepper. It's crazy. It's the weirdest thing, but you taste it, and you're like, this tastes like salt and pepper. Holy shit.
So, like the
And I'm eating a
colorful
flower.
petal part?
Yeah,
Or is it like a
yeah,
kid?
yeah. The petal part, it's crazy. And then I picked up, was it chocolate,
Chocolate
mint, and pineapple mint, and it takes legitimately like the chocolate mint tastes like the chocolate mint ice cream, and then the pineapple tastes like it's like a citrusy mint. It's really good in smoothies.
I mean, it's incredibly
Good stuff.
intriguing. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
The
interesting.
flower petals and stuff. I mean, that's
Yeah.
And these people know all that probably, right? I mean,
Oh
they
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah, yeah.
business.
Legit.
Yep. Local.
Adam says coffee, cinnamon, and goat milk cheese for life.
I'm just gonna throw this
Yeah.
out there,
It's like
but
the bread too.
their plantain soap is top shelf.
It is
Holy
really good,
shit!
too. So if you guys get a chance, check it out. You can go on to Stone Cottage Farms Mayville. And
Yeah.
on their Facebook page, it'll take you to the Etsy's, like we said, Etsy's.
Etsy store.
I'm glad I have a week. 'cause I
Hashtag
am
illegal
not-
cheese for life.
I have a week to get this under control. No coffee, no FBI show.
Just don't forget to schedule fun.
I will not.
Schedule some fun in Airbnb.
I will not get myself a clown nose.
See, this is why you got to listen to Mitch, because he's waking up in the morning flicking the bean.
Oh my god. All right. You were. I know.
Are you letting me out of here yet?
I was gonna say. I know we talked about a
really
certain
can't.
time because you got
Nope,
stuff
I
that you
changed my
got to do.
mind.
You want to hang out?
Yep, I can't
right.
miss this.
Keep on hanging out, man.
Holy shit.
We like that. We like that. So yeah, it's been a really cool experience being able to do this podcast and meet different people and network. And it's interesting when you run into people and they're like, "Hey, you're on that podcast." What?
That's what was so
You-
surreal.
You listen?
That was what was so surreal about when we had Farmer Chrissy and Farmer Dave on. We had a Made in Michigan event that we went to.
That was fun.
The very next day, and we're walking around there, and then there was one of the listeners that weren't able to catch the show that night when they were on. So we're walking around, and Heather and I were being goofballs in general, as we are, and so of course I'm cracking up, laughing, doing the silly shit, and here's this person like 2 booths down, and goes, "I know that laugh." And they like pointed out to me, so they come running up to this and like, "Hey, you guys are the one that did the podcast." And we're like, "Hi." And
It's
it was
gotta feel great. It's gotta.
it did, but it was surreal because I mean, I'm generally one of those people that try to blend into the crowd because I really don't want to stick out. But, and then when you have a show called Don't Make This Weird, it's kind of hard to, blend in because you definitely stick out with that. And it's weird being locally famous. And I wouldn't say locally famous, but
Right.
there's very few places that we go that we don't get recognized.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And for me, because we have Don't Make This Weird, and obviously, I'm not saying that I pretend to not be myself on Survivor Girl, but I am a lot more laid back. I tend not to really swear on that show.
It's a different platform.
It's a totally different platform. And, it's not me trying to like hide who I am, but it is a different feel. We
Time and
talk about
place, right?
serious stuff and,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's interesting. So then when people see me and I'm like, this is what I normally kind of like to dress in, but then for Survivor Girl, I'm like, oh, I'm a little bit more classy. I try to be. It's interesting. Don't have my Vans on and
Game over, man.
yeah. I was sitting on the bench and I had my feet up in the game over on the bottom of my shoes. She's like, over game.
You got him on the wrong feet.
Game over. No, I have my feet crossed.
She's done that too.
I had my legs crossed. No, I have not.
Yes, you
I do know how to dress.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. There's only one time that I went to work with a sock hanging out of my pants. One time. That's all it took.
You totally intentionally put on mismatched socks.
Well, today I do not. See,
What?
I'm
Oh, wow.
adulting.
You're adulting. Wow. That's pretty
All
impressive.
jokes aside, you're talking about the format, and this is probably, there's a ton of fun on that, but that Survivor Girl, that's, a little more serious nature, right? I mean,
Yeah.
from what
Yeah.
I know and who I've spoken with, you're doing some good there, some real good.
Yeah.
Now
Thank
here,
you.
you're just detrimenting people's minds and all that.
Oh, of course. We're not paying for their therapy here, so who gives a shit?
No.
So
Yeah,
that's
it-
got to feel good too. To really get through and know that you've helped somebody, or even provide a venue for some outlet.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing behind it. I mean, when I started Survivor Girl, originally it was supposed to be like a cosmetic line to help women of domestic violence, cancer, different things like that, which I still would really like to do. It's getting that funding and whatnot. But then I was like, well, I really got to talk about my mom's story and the things that we kind of went through together, because unfortunately, hers was a stage 4 and I was able to get surgery. So I wanted to be able to talk about that, but also bring on other people to talk about their stories, because it is a real, people tend to not talk about stuff that is and rough like that. And I really wanted to be able to provide a platform for it, in a comfortable setting that people could talk about things that were real, so.
And not just the ones, I'm sure it helps the ones speaking, but there's somebody listening. There's somebody out there that can relate to that.
Oh, yeah.
And we've had that too, which was very cool. And, I talk about being really real and putting my heart on my sleeve. And, I have my moments where I am definitely an emotional person and I feel things from people. And I would get messages in my inbox thanking me for the topic. And,
Several
it made
times.
me feel like they would say, I feel like I'm not alone. And that really helped, it speak to me. And I'd start crying because it was that
Rewarding.
emotional.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it is different going from, Thursday nights and then doing Sunday and being more serious about things. But, it's like you said, time and a place for that kind of stuff.
Well, what's been really cool about the whole Survivor Girl show is we've had guests on that have actually listened to prior episodes, and they've said right on the show, listening to this show really helped me be here right now telling my story. So it was kind of cool to see something that started out just to reach people.
Yeah.
Even went more exponentially on top of that, of people coming on the show going, hey, this person, was on your show and they really helped me have the courage to step up and tell my story. Cause here I was thinking, nobody's been through what I've been through. Nobody's suffered in silence as I've suffered. And yet, she's had tons of guests come on the show and went, hey, nobody's done this before, or nobody's been through this before. And generally those are the shows where we're getting stuff before the show's even over in the inbox going, thank you. I needed to hear that. I now know that I'm not alone.
Yep. And it is one of those things where you do it because you want to help other people. It's
Right.
not about,
It's
like
not
you had said,
self-serving
No.
at the least.
not at all. It's all about bringing people to be able to tell their story. Like you said, it's a therapeutic thing for them as well, and to help reach out to other people. And when they're ready, if they're willing or wanting to join me on the show, then I'm like, yeah, come on, let's talk about that. And it's very, very laid back and a safe space to be able to do it, even though you're online talking to however many people. You
But
know,
that probably fades away real quick, right?
It does. I mean, it's one of those things where when you are in the thick of that kind of heavy emotion, the microphone goes away, the camera goes away.
Just disappears.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of did for me there for a few minutes. You know, it's like you come in, you see some of this
Yeah.
equipment. You know, it's a little heavy maybe at first, but
Yeah.
you know, you guys are easy going. You get talking, and you don't even see the stuff anymore.
Right, and you're just having a conversation, and that's what's so cool to see that transition. Because we've had a few different guests just kind of
it's just a little
okay, this is a
overwhelming.
little overwhelming, and 15, 20 minutes, half hour into the show, they're all woosawed and telling their story, and raw emotion is coming out, and people are immediately identifying with what they're talking about. So.
And as you mentioned earlier, the lovely Nicole, she's been on Survivor Girls. She's talked with me. Roxanne's been on the show.
Yeah.
You know, we've had some really heavy subjects, and to be able to be that raw and that open, is incredible. You know, to trust that they can talk about it and let it out. You know, when a lot of those things, when they happen, people don't realize or think that they can do something like that, or they feel totally different about what's happened to them, to be able to be there to say those things.
They couldn't even imagine voicing the words, probably.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then to do it in a venue like that. Now, are you here with her as the executive producer? Are you in studio
Yeah.
during all those?
Yep. And that's the thing is we generally, I mean, it's a total shift of how the studio is set up, because we obviously use the back wall where her picture and stuff is at. But yeah, I mean, it's a very closed studio, if you will, where we've got an engineer and then myself being the executive producer, and then Heather's executive assistant, Dawn, kind of runs, what do you call it, interference between her and the guest or whatever. If there's something the guest needs, or they need a minute,
Kleenex, something
Yeah.
to drink, or
Yeah.
whatever it is, and she's very helpful with that. And then a lot of times when I go on the show by myself, I talk a lot about self-care. I talk about anxiety, depression, all kinds of different things
fuck anxiety.
that
Fuck
I
anxiety.
that I've experienced, and just talk about real things. And sometimes I don't even know what direction that I'm going when I'm by myself, but it does end up turning out, that certain people who needed to hear it. So
Some of the best stuff probably comes from that unplanned,
yeah.
Yeah.
organic, just
Yep.
spewing things out, and you're able to tap into some things maybe you didn't think you could.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
That's
It's-
what's incredible about she'll come on, and we'll be getting ready, kind of like how we did tonight, pre-show. And she's like, "Well, little buddy, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about." And I'm like, "All right, 5 minutes to live." And the minute that the little camera comes on, the microphone's hot after the intro, and she's just off to the races. And you're what, 50 episodes into that now, I think.
So
And it was hilarious because
I never
initially,
know. And it's not that I don't try to keep track, but I never know what episode number I'm on, because I guess I just don't pay attention to that part of it.
What episode number are we on tonight?
160.
I wasn't asking you.
Ruined it.
Damn it.
And Adam says he's chiming in over here saying also they have guys on the episode too, which I do.
Yeah.
Survivor Girl was basically not intended to single anybody out. It was I'm Survivor Girl, and then whoever comes on to do the show. We've had men, and so it's been really cool to be able to offer that platform for both.
Yeah.
So, and we've had some very, very heavy stories
Oh yeah.
with men on. Denny, he was on. Travis, you were
Yeah.
on. There's a lot of,
Mine was a shit show, I'm just gonna say.
but the content of what everybody's gone through it was very,
Well, yeah, I
very
mean,
touching.
I think the premise of when you started the show, it was okay. Everybody's got a survivor story, but it's more than that. There's healing that happens when you talk about shit that's heavy to talk about.
Yeah, sorry. When you can talk.
When you can talk.
Thriving and surviving is
Yeah.
the big thing, and we were all geared up. I was trying to. I mean, we were on our way to doing the Thrive to Survive Fest. Or,
Yep. We
you
were
know,
supposed to do that
had a
actually just this
venue.
last month.
Yeah, I know it came up on my calendar. I was like,
It did mine too.
so, we were in the planning for this with bands and vendors and people to talk to one-on-one for different things for mental illness, suicide awareness, domestic violence, whoever we could have come in to talk with people one-on-one to help direct them to the help that they may have need or wouldn't have talked to somebody. So put that with vendors and food and bands and music and stuff and just try to put something together to help uplift people and be like, hey, everybody here that's here is looking for help in some way.
That sounds fantastic. Is that something that's still in the works? You guys going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to work on it for 2021 because, it just, with how everything just went down, I was like, I can't foresee having sponsors helping with something like this if everything is canceled. So we kind of had to pump the brakes on it, and it was supposed to be the first annual and everything, and things were really coming together. I got nervous because I was like, oh, this is really happening. Like, I'll have my moments where I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then I'm like, oh, we really are gonna we're gonna really do this, which was exciting. Just the way that everything helped, was happening. The Vault was on board to help with the venue, so we could do it there in Saginaw, which was it's a really cool place.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll continue to work with them on it because they are about supporting and so we definitely want to go for 2021 for Thrive to Survive Fest.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy there. And it's so cool seeing even the community there support all the stuff that we were doing, with the Bills going, yeah, come on. We got all this outside space here, and then when it gets dark, we can go inside and have a hell of a time rocking out.
Very cool. I want to be able to help put the people that need to be put in contact with each other.
Yeah.
We were even talking about people that do prosthetics and, tattoos for people for cancer and different things like that. Not necessarily to do the tattoos on site, but to be able to make an appointment or something and that we could work together with all of that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that we can continue. We want to continue to do that for next year.
Well, and help provide, real answers to the real shit you go through in life. Because sometimes you're looking around and you're going, all right, I know I'm smart enough to figure this shit out.
Right.
Why in the fuck am I not finding an answer?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that I think that this will come together and help and support and
Absolutely.
Network people. So
in an atmosphere like that, you're probably a lot more likely for somebody who wouldn't mention it to go ahead and you make the right connection or the right introduction. They feel comfortable, they can get the help that they need. I know with the men's side, we'll rub some dirt on it.
Right.
Everybody's
Lock it up, boy.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got problems. You don't want to hear that, and it's keeping it inside isn't going to help.
No.
We've all been through things, and one of the best things that I've gotten was actually sharing it. Even if you're just sitting in front of a mirror and you're vocalizing it,
Yeah.
It takes a little of the power away from it. I don't really know. I'm not that smart of a guy, but I think that what you're doing is wonderful, especially with that event. That'll probably get a lot of good out of that.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, we're hoping so.
I'm hoping so because that's the feel behind it. It's just to really help each other out because I think we all go through we all go through stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what magnitude that you've experienced it
I just dropped my soap.
I see. You are safe.
Make
I
sure you
think.
bend over that way, because if you bend over this way, Heather's going to be, doing something with the microphone. It's probably not okay.
We're talking
The
about
studio is not a safe space.
We were just talking about how it is a safe space, and then here you go.
Lies!
Gonna ruin it for me, man. Here we go. But yeah, it's
I saw your eyes go to the soap and then slowly creep up to his microphone. I'm just saying.
The truth is, we started
All
talking
lies.
about emotions and stuff, so I had to change something.
Yeah.
I do what I do and just kind of.
See how you are, Heather?
He just like whipped the soap across the room. He was like, "Now what?"
Trying to make shit weird. That's fucked up.
I was told don't though.
Don't make it weird. See, that's the false advertisement of the show. Make it weird.
Well, when we were talking about the guests that we've had on, I think all of them have managed to set the bar a little bit higher for each time of making it weird.
I don't think you're wrong about that.
I do have to say
It's
that
the
this is
truth.
the first time one of our guests has dropped the soap in the studio.
That is a first. That is a
it gonna
first.
be the last?
Oh hell no!
hard to
No,
say.
it's game on now.
Ooh.
It's just straight up.
And there's Roxanne, the ever lovely Roxanne, chiming in. She says, "LOL, Daniel," shaking my head.
Rodney chimes in and says, "Homework, yum."
What?
What the fuck does that mean, dude?
Rodney, what are you up to?
What?
Homework,
Are you
dang
doing
it.
cocaine with the hookers in the back?
Are you doing snow cane with Santa?
Don't tell Santa Heather's here. We're looking for her.
Yeah, we were talking about like the Christmas events and different events for the store, and I was like, I will do whatever, but I'm not dressing up like an elf. I refuse. I draw the line there.
Lies. Lies. You
Will
don't want to
not.
be like Buddy the Elf? Come
No.
on. Really?
What a damn good holiday movie.
Because I'm.
It's gotta be the best.
Fuck yeah.
You think Santa's really coming?
He's like chugging some freaking syrup. Crazy. I love it. I am so excited that it is October though, because I'm geeked. I'm not ready for winter though. I'm not a winter person.
Well, let's enjoy fall. Fall's my favorite
Let's
time of
do
year. The
this. I do
colors,
too.
Hoodie weather, they call it.
Yeah.
Weather.
And
Good stuff.
bonfires.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Hell
love the fall. It seems like we get cheated out of it a little bit. It goes right from 90 to fucking snow on the ground, 30 degrees.
I feel it.
It's
You're
Michigan.
right.
It's bipolar.
Yes, you are so right. So let's enjoy fall. I like fall too. I think it's
want to
great.
burn some more wood because
There you go. You can still do that. It's bonfire season. Still
Oh,
good.
he said he's homeschooling.
Oh,
Wait, dude, you graduated with me. Why are you homeschooling?
again with the two kids.
I know.
Helping them through all of this.
He's such a
bullshit.
great dad. Like,
He is very.
you know,
And
that
his
guy
kids
right,
are great.
That guy right there is just like me being a single dad because he got a raw deal.
Yeah.
Now he's got an incredible girl. Shout out to Mary. But yeah, I mean, being a single father is no joke. It's not for the faint of heart because most of the time you're walking around in life going, what the fuck am I doing? There's no fucking handbook for this shit.
I can't imagine. I give you guys a shout out really because God was like, no kids for you. I seen what you did to that plant. You killed it in 2 seconds. It was like,
I'm
no.
honestly surprised he didn't do that for me because there's a lot of shit that I'm just like, well, this is why I don't want kids because look what I did to myself.
Well, and I'm really thankful because, you know, Adam has a son. So I'm just like, and how old is he? All right, perfect. We're past the diaper changing. You know, just skip all that.
I like
Good stuff.
When they're not a baby anymore, where they can
Yeah.
do like two, not so much terrible twos, but like 1.5, where they're when you can see the ideas forming and
Yeah.
they start
The
forming a
gears.
little personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably the funnest time for mine.
So, like, what ages do you have?
I
Like,
have my oldest, Caden, is 10. My middle boy, Jackson, he's 8. And then my little guy, Nolan, is 3. So,
Nice.
all right. So you.
best
Yeah.
thing I ever did, to be honest. I mean, it's the thing I'm the best at is being pops. You know, they're all 3 daddy boys, and I love them to death. They're the best thing about me. I mean, they're all good boys, but they're all different.
Yeah.
And I might love them all the same, but I sure do like one or the other. Depending on what time it is, a lot more than the other two.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
hear you
hard.
there.
It's hard though because, like you said, they all have their own personalities. They all do their own different thing, and it's like you can love them the same, but there's also, like you said,
And I don't bullshit them. I tell them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love you all the same, but I don't like your little ass right now. I like your brother way more than I like you.
Yeah.
Listen, you little baby son of a bitch.
Right.
Wow.
I will smack the white off your ass.
You can't be saying that kind of stuff.
Hey, that's how I was raised. Look
Thanks.
how I turned out.
I get it. Like we were definitely raised differently. It was
But
not.
this, everybody gets a trophy generation. I
Yeah,
don't think it
fuck
works.
that.
I don't think it works.
No. You're celebrating mediocrity.
That's exactly right.
Fuck that shit.
Life is not all roses and peaches, and there's
Oh.
some hurdles in your way, and you're gonna if you don't ever have to deal with them, everybody hands you everything when you're young. I mean,
Yep.
how are you gonna be an adult? I'm not with it. Plus, I hate them fucking skinny jeans. Are you kidding me? I can't
Bro, the
Right.
fizz bump across the
That's
room.
right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. Give yourself some room there.
Could you imagine? as
Not
a
that
man
impressive.
Laying on a mattress trying to stretch these jeans over.
No.
We had Vaseline in the 80s for chicks to put on jeans. We're fucking with a pair of players. Those are the
No
skinny
way.
jeans.
No thank you.
No room for that shit.
Well, but that's my point is you're teaching kids how not to fail. And that's where a lot of that competitive and that challenge aspect comes from. When you fail at something,
You learn.
You learn.
You want to do better.
That's right.
It makes you
should.
more tenacious to go, fuck that. I'm getting that right this time.
You always learn more from a loss than you do a win.
Absolutely.
And once you level everything out, you lose innovation. You know, competition breeds innovation.
Yep.
Thank
You want to be better than the next guy, but how are you going to do that? So
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. It's ridiculous that it's like, oh, you got to participate. No,
No.
you're
fuck
not
you.
doing you're not doing any favors for these kids.
Oh, what about the
None.
the kid that's at home doing the extra work,
Right.
Yeah.
Or throwing the ball till the lights go out, or playing the instrument until it's over.
Yeah,
Right.
All that extra work that there's doing, and it's just negated because everybody gets the same thing. You're like,
not right. It's not cool. It's not a good thing.
I
That
just
shit's
don't
not
think
okay.
it serves for the greater good at all. You know.
Well, no, because you're like you said, you're leveling the playing field, and where's the challenge in that? Where it's like, okay, I'm not going to put in the 72 hours a day to
For
go
what?
through.
This asshole got the same thing I got.
Right.
He didn't do nothing extra.
Right, he sat on the bench and stuck his thumb up his ass. Woo!
He went to go spike that volleyball and was like, nope, you're out.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He plays 3 positions: guard, tackle, and end. He sits at the end of the bench,
Yeah.
guards the water,
Right.
tackles
Water.
anybody that comes there.
Roxanne chimed in and said that he is an amazing father too. That's cool.
She's got that right.
We love Roxanne.
She's a sweetheart. I love her to death. She's a wonderful person. She introduced me to you guys, which I won't hold against her.
Yeah, he's going, what the fuck were you doing, Roxanne?
Ooh, he's like, well, I said I was signing on for this. I guess I better just. He's in the bathroom texting. I'm done.
Get
We
me
are-
the fuck out of here.
I am
You thought
canceling
Tits McGee was bad.
canceling this show.
Yep, we're done.
All jokes aside, I did. I had a blast.
That's awesome.
I'd
Thank
love
you
to
for
come
coming
back
on the
whenever
show.
you'd have me.
Well,
Maybe.
Well, with that being said, because of early schedules and whatnot, it is actually that time. We are so glad that you guys were able to tune in tonight via Twitch, via YouTube, and don't forget to check it out again on solidstateradio.net in case you missed half of the show, or you can go back to YouTube or Twitch for 2 weeks on Twitch. But YouTube is always archived, so please go ahead and share if you think that somebody needs to hear the show, you want to share or go subscribe, whatever it is, please go ahead and do that. We do appreciate it. We thank you guys for everything that you do to help support Don't Make This Weird.
Yeah.
And we have had a great time with you hanging out with us tonight, Daniel. Thank you for
Wonderful,
coming
yes.
on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
More, we hope to hear more about what you've got going on so we can help, share that out. We like to be able to help support wherever we can.
No,
So
that's great. And I don't even want you guys' help. I'm just having a blast. And like you said, pay it forward, whatever. I really did. I had a great time.
well, we're glad that,
Support local.
yeah, support
Fuck
local.
cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck
Fuck anxiety.
And Santa, lay off the snow cane. And with that being said, you guys, thank you for tuning in, hanging out with us. We'll see you next Thursday. There will not be an episode of Survivor Girl this week. We are taking the weekend off. But I
I
think
know, right? What the fuck?
This Is My Brain should be airing, and Guitar Fridays. Are you doing?
Guitar Fridays, I'm going to break my fingers because I can do that.
There you go. So you guys go ahead and keep on checking it out. Please like us on Facebook as well so you can see what we've got going on. Strange Friends Media also. We are always sharing and supporting on there. So thank you guys again for tuning in.
That's
and
what we do.
we will see you next Thursday. And don't forget to keep it weird.